Mortal Kombat 1 has had a long year with ups and downs. As a fellow Mortal Kombat fan, it's easy to tell that everybody who's played Mortal Kombat enjoys all the stories in every installment, as it follows a linear and cohesive plot. And it's wild how many fans all agree on this being the case. I'm a little off with this one, but I just wanted to see if you were paying attention. For some people, this story was absolutely garbage, and some people loved it, and with another portion saying that it was pretty good for the most part. However, today I want to reflect back on Mortal Kombat 1, as today is officially its last day of having a peaceful menu with no signs of chaos. At least I'm pretty sure the menu is changing, right? It looks chaotically green in the trailers. Now, genuinely speaking, this game having a lot of fans is no joke. Despite the controversies and setbacks, the game has done extremely well for itself. The quietest time for Mortal Kombat 1 was during Season 3. By quiet, I mean lack of communication from NRS and the fire that was beginning from fans about to explode online. Thus would begin the Mortal Kombat 1 is dead trend. Mortal Kombat 1 would be dubbed the worst Mortal Kombat game in history. This was definitely an interesting time as a Mortal Kombat fan, especially if you go to YouTube to watch other Mortal Kombat fans and creators talk about it. I think this is the biggest beef between creators I have ever seen, with smaller creators attacking bigger creators, calling them shills. Now, as far as the Mortal Kombat fandom goes, I just never seen anything like it, and it was hell of a spectacle. For the most part, that ship has sailed. And there are things I didn't care for in Mortal Kombat 1 myself, but I am far from hating the game. I absolutely love this game, but there are some things I don't like, such as some of the default designs of the characters, but most of those concerns are gone now thanks to the skins that are available and of course mods for other players. On my first playthrough of Mortal Kombat 1 story, I was completely immersed and impressed by the visuals and sound quality. The pacing of the story felt great, and having not spoiled myself with the game's details beforehand, my first moment of shock was when Quan Chi entered the portal to make plans with Shang Tsung and General Shao. Although I do have to say I still think it's wild Prince Goro's like a jobber, at least for now, or however this is gonna work. Technically, I suppose he's not a prince anymore. He does follow General Shao now, so he's probably like a Sergeant Goro. Not getting away from the point here though, I was excited and I didn't expect to see Quan Chi. Liu Kang created Quan Chi's fate by putting him in a gulag, which I still think is a slept-on take as far as discussions. I would be thrilled to play a chapter of Quan Chi that gets us out of the harsh conditions he was in. I think it's safe to say Shang Tsung got the better deal using makeup and scamming people on the streets. I know, I get it. He was hungry, he was poor, but dude, Quan Chi was in a gulag. And as far as story, I think making Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and Smoke all brothers was a good idea this time around. It's nice to see a story of some of my favorite characters close together by blood, for the most part, and many fans want a redemption arc for Bi-Han as Sub-Zero. And I would be fine with this if the backup plan isn't already setting up Kuai Liang as Sub-Zero, although I do think that seems unlikely, or even Hanzo as Sub-Zero for that matter. But something important I have to drive home, and right now that's just genuinely enjoying Mortal Kombat 1 and living in this moment. There's new story being developed, and nothing is for certain as far as our experience as fans. That can go both ways, but so far it's been pretty good, unless you're a Sector Cyrax main from the other games. I'll let you guys decide on that one below. Okay, I'm genuinely not ducking this one. I have already shared my opinion on this, but for those that haven't heard it, I'm not torn up over it. I love Sector and Cyrax. I really want to see how the story plays out, and then I'm going to make my judgment there. And no offense to Noob Saibot mains, but his UMK3 Classic skin is way better than his default skin. And I'm really selfishly speaking at this point, but if I have any concern over cyborgs right now, it's really getting a skin for Smoke that is the Cyborg Smoke since we've seen it in the game, and I just really want it. I'm not getting my hopes up though, because we have seen in previous MK games where they tease certain outfits or characters and we don't end up getting it. Yes, I do think it's possible, but no, I'm not holding hope out and waiting day by day hoping they're going to bring it out. If it does come back into my head, it just sits on the back burner. I think they should bring it back. I think it should come with a harpoon or spear, I don't care what you call it, and they need to make the graphics look better on it. Not like that shrimpy little cord that comes shooting out. Again, this is a spoiler-free review, but by the time most of you see this, Chaos Reigns is probably already going to be out because I'm uploading this on the night before it launches. But I'm still going to share this. I think there are some great plot lines waiting for Chaos Reigns or Year 3 if we get it, and some of those are Reiko's interaction with Onaga, Shujinko's interaction with Kung Lao, and honestly the list could go on. I have to say, Mortal Kombat 1 definitely has one of the best rosters in Mortal Kombat history. I've been playing this series since I was a kid in the arcade era, and MK9 did a hell of a job recapturing that era and sharing it again in this NRS era as we call it. MK9's roster is the classic roster, where I see MK1 as the recapturing of the 3D era roster. However, I'm not sure we'll see all the fighters from the 3D era, but I'm going to say this is the closest we're going to get as a canon callback to that time. And man, am I here for it. Along with the characters and the air combat and everything else that's coming, I still think we're in for some good treats. Now, I mentioned the biggest setback Mortal Kombat had in its first year, and I think it's time to point out some of its highlights. I have to say Season 5 crushed it. Let me remind those who may have forgot, and those who were not here for it. Season 5 brought us great looking default skins from a packed shrine. This was the season of Dark Raiden, and not only were we met with some more good designs in the game, we also got the new stage variant for Khaos, which is still the only unlockable stage that we've got in all the seasons. But in addition to that, we also discovered that there was a hidden brutality where you can throw your enemy at the screen on any character. Combine this with the packed season that the latest features that had just came in were crossplay and crossplay King of the Hill. Season 5 was the bee's knees. I still had a really fun experience with Season 6 having more Order of Darkness skins being available than ever, and the Earthrealm bundle in the seasonal store. Also, Season 7 really made up for itself with the free classic movie skins and all the free Friday skins that I'm assuming are now coming to an end since Chaos Reigns is about to begin. And jumping back to Season 1, I'm always going to have a soft spot for it. I'll never be able to say it enough that having a 1st to 3 in Combat League was amazing. Yeah, this was the intro to me playing Mortal Kombat 1, and in general, it lets you play against the opponent longer so you can get their reads down more, or learn how to play more defensively or aggressively yourself. I think 1st to 3s would be great to come back. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Ed Boon had a tweet about that on Twitter, and a lot of people wanted 1st to 2s. I do have to give Season 2 some shout out, because coming from the boring yellow-orange palettes from Season 1, I didn't have high expectations going into Season 2, and I was genuinely surprised with the vampire skins that we got, and I don't see much of them, but I really do like them. And going back to the story, I do have to share again my first impressions were awesome, and truly my immersion was broke when Megan Fox's scene rolled in with Natara, and I swear I don't mean that to join the bandwagon, but it did throw me off. However, the silver lining was the appreciation I got that deepened in my admiration for true voice actors. Everyone else did an amazing job at keeping my attention and sounding good. I'll also share another hot take that I think Noob Saibot sounds much better in Mortal Kombat 1 than he does in Mortal Kombat 11. If them are fighting words, then drop a comment, and make sure to be a Noob Saibot player so I know it actually means that much to you. Otherwise, get bent. I touched on every season except Season 4, and really that's just because Season 4 took a weird turn on accident with giving us Havoc skins and claiming them as Melina's. Had they been truthful in saying that was a mistake, I would have rolled with it just fine. But the combat cast saying that this was her cloned hairdos inspired by the punk rock alternative character that she was is a swing and a miss. So yeah, I did play a lot of Combat League in Season 4. Now I do want to share my genuine last thoughts on the story of Mortal Kombat 1 right before we enter Chaos Reigns. I had a blast playing through Mortal Kombat 1 for the first time. I love the connections between the main characters, and I really felt the development and pacing with most characters, except for the relationship of Melina and Tanya. When I finished the story of Mortal Kombat 1, I was satisfied. My drawbacks are Titan Shang Tsung being the boss, but I recently did a watch party and watched the story for a second time. I didn't think a rewatch would shift my perception so much, but experiencing it again truly did make it a better experience for me. I think Mortal Kombat 1 started with Titan Shang Tsung to close the chapter of Mortal Kombat 11. It truly does feel like it's just now starting the new possibilities and opportunities among characters and lore. Also, I've been very happy to play against many cool and skillful people, but not only that, I've also been connecting with MK fans that are in it more for the lore than the game, and I'm equally just as involved with them as well. The comments across my channel run very long sometimes. I'm sure some of you have noticed if you've been on my channel for a while. Seriously, share anything you like about this game or any criticism you have, if it's in decent taste, and I'm going to reply to it and be happy to have a discussion about it. And really that applies to anything Mortal Kombat related. It doesn't just have to be Mortal Kombat 1. If you can answer this confidently, let me know in the comments. Who's better, Aaron Black or Stryker? I'm going to go with Aaron Black. Let me know why I'm wrong, and let me know if you agree. I'm wrapping up with this. You guys have kept me on here. Fellow Mortal Kombat fans have kept me here on this channel. I even live stream here frequently now. I started this channel to find more positive players because the MK1 is dead trend was at its peak and I got tired of seeing so much negativity on my YouTube feed. MK1 has its criticisms and that's totally fine, I have my own. But seeing videos about it every day on multiple channels really was burning me out. You guys proved to me that there are other MK fans out there. You don't have to like everything MK does to enjoy it. The games have always changed a lot with each installment, it's part of the animal. Look at Reptile's animality, people can't figure out why he's a plant. It's intentional. Scorpion was a penguin in the arcade era. Mortal Kombat is still serving the good stuff just in different ways. I know I was a little bit everywhere in this video, but I had to get one last one out before Chaos Reigns hit. It's crazy to think, this is it for vanilla Mortal Kombat 1. This year has went by really quick. At your guys' recommendation, I'll be live streaming Chaos Reigns while I'll still be posting updates on it. And as genuine as it gets, your likes and subscribes do help this little channel out. It means a lot, and it helps. To all you fellow MK fans, I've been Scotty Kombat. This closes the chapter of classic Mortal Kombat 1. I'll see you all in Chaos Reigns. Be safe, much love, and I'll see you all this week.